co-feature now. And we had Brooklyn's own Shu Shu Carrington. He fought versus Mateus Heita. This was the WBC interim featherweight championship. And this is one on paper, huge mismatch. Carrington, minus 5,000 favorite heading into it. And a lot of people didn't know anything about Heita. How could you? He's never fought in the United States before. All of his fights in his home country of Africa. And with that being said, I thought, hey, this is a showcase fight for Carrington. He gets an interim belt. He announces himself as the #1 guy for the world title next. But I was pleasantly surprised with Heita that he came to win, that he pressed forward, that he tried to make it the best fight he could. He was just outgunned by Shu Shu Carrington. Shu Shu was just too fast, too superior skill, and had his way throughout. There was a few little moments, but Shu Shu was in control the whole entire night. Impressive win, impressive performance. He's now the interim world champion. This is a kid you know since you're a little boy, since he's a little boy, I should say. I just want to hear your take. What'd you make of the fight? What'd you think of Shu Shu?
Yeah, I mean, look, I like Carrington, Shu Shu, as we affectionately call him. He did come out of the Dr. Atlas Foundation gyms that were built to really, what was it? It's been 15 years now, 14 years. We ran them for 10 years. They're still there, but we stopped the funding of them. But we actually built those gyms and funded them with the foundation. And we did it for one reason. Turned out we were able to get great fighters out of there. But we did it to get kids, to give them a safe haven, to give them an alternative to sometimes violence out in the streets, to give them a place to become better people. To grow properly and to get the tools, not just the jabs and the left hooks, but the tools of life, to become successful in life. There's a lot of kids that came out of the Dr. Atlas Foundation gyms, that didn't go on to be the world champions and the Olympians that some of them did. But I'll be honest with you, those are the ones even more so that I allowed the foundation to put the money up to fund. It was for those kids. And I'll leave it with this. I can't help it. When people say, what's the greatest success from the Dr. Atlas Foundation, putting all that money into those gyms, and now, of course, you're not there with them anymore, but you were there 10 years doing it. And I say, it's not the kids. We're proud of the kids that became champs, but it's the ones that just really, because of the benefit of the gyms being there, became successful people, better people that they were on a track not to be. And I always think about this girl that was living in a car with her mother in Brooklyn, and she's in the United States Navy. That alone, take away all the champs, take away all the national champs, all the Golden Glove champs, the Olympians, all of them, as good as it was, for that one success story, for that one person, I'd let the foundation put the money in there again and do it all over again, just for that. But as far as Shu Shu Carrington, listen, very talented kid. It jumps at you, quick, technically solid, knows how to fight. Good counterpunch. He's more of a counterpuncher than anything else. But quick hands. He can fight with you on the inside with short little shots. He's defensively pretty solid. He did get caught a couple times going back with his hands down, in a couple of spots where he's got to tighten that up. He got caught a couple clean shots with the uppercut too. They got to clean that up. They got to tighten that up. You don't want to be getting caught clean shots in those kind of spots. But on the most part, he's defensively reliable. He's quick. He like I said, he's solid. He knows how to fight. He's got the talent. He was one step ahead of this guy all night long. To your point, Heita, I thought it was a productive opponent. I thought it was an opponent that will make him a better fighter. To your point before with Vargas, those aren't productive opponents. They're not getting better from that. I thought that this opponent will make Carrington a better fighter. Why? He wasn't as fast. He wasn't as quick. He wasn't as, good generally as far as just general ability as Carrington. And Carrington won, I'd say won almost every round. I thought the judges could have gave 1 or 2 rounds to Heita. I thought they were being a little bit, I don't know, a little tough, not giving him 1 or 2 rounds. But it was a dominant performance as far as the rounds that were put in the bank by Carrington. He'll come out of this fight. He fought a solid guy that doesn't have the pure abilities, the speed, the quickness. He doesn't have those neon, those abilities that catch your eye. Heita don't have that, but what he does have is a resolve, a resiliency, a toughness, a physicality, where he stayed there. He kept coming. He kept applying pressure. And if Carrington wasn't good enough, not just with the skill sets I described, but as a fighter internally, together enough internally, he's still going to be tested in that area as he goes down the road now, as he steps up now. But if he didn't have some of those goods from the mental standpoint, that is the glue that puts all the physical talents together to allow you to become a future champion, to allow you to win at that next level. If he didn't have some of those goods, he would have faded with Heita. Heita was good enough to fade him if Carrington wasn't as good as he is, internally and externally. Now, he's still going to be tested internally as he steps, because there's some beast waiting there for him. There's a few of them there, and they are beasts.
And there was one at ringside.
A guy named Espinoza. That guy's a beast. And I'll say it again. He's a beast with a capital B. Carrington's going to need every bit of skill, and that internal stuff's going to really be tested when and if he fights him. But he showed enough to me against Heita that unless a guy who was only good in the physical areas of talent would have got diminished. But he didn't get diminished. He didn't fall apart. He didn't cave in. He kept himself together, and he stayed ahead. He was always one step ahead of Heita. Again, I think it was a good, solid fight. But more importantly, I think it was a development fight. Another fight that will mean so much, not just on the record. You know, they get those knockouts that on the record you like to look at them, and they're pretty. Look at that. Look how many KOs I got, pal. Look at this. You know, they love it. But this is the kind of win that will make you a better fighter and prepare you for what you're getting ready for. Because never fool yourself. No matter how many easy touches these promoters give you at the better, that day's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It might not be there tomorrow. It might not be there next month, but maybe 6 months down the road, whatever it is, that day's coming. And if you ain't getting ready for it, well, you might wish you did.